Breaking news! The moment we've all been waiting for is here. And I'm about to drop some earth-shattering footage that changes everything. Caitlin Clark, full speed, logo threes. Back in practice. This isn't clickbait. This isn't speculation. We bring you 100% confirmed news with evidence, not like others chasing views. Just when we thought it was over. Just when everyone said she might be done for the season. Boom! The footage that's about to blow your mind and prove she's ready to dominate. Type comeback queen if you never doubted she'd be back stronger than ever. Before we dive into this incredible footage, let me address the elephant in the room. In our previous videos, we've called out exactly what's been happening here. Stephanie White and even WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert have been straight-up misleading fans about Caitlin Clark's injury status for weeks. They've been dangling that "she'll be back soon" carrot, using her name to sell tickets while giving us absolutely zero concrete evidence of recovery progress. It's been frustrating, it's been dishonest, and frankly, it's been disrespectful to the fans who deserve transparency. But today marks the end of that speculation game. Less than 24 hours ago, we were all sitting here thinking Caitlin Clark's season might be finished. The injury updates were sparse. The Indiana Fever organization was being more secretive than the Pentagon with classified documents. But then, everything changed. The footage that just dropped is absolutely game-changing, and here's why. We're seeing Caitlin Clark not just jogging around or doing light shooting drills. We're talking about full participation in practice activities. First thing that caught my attention, she's running at full speed. And I mean full speed, people. This is the first time we've seen CC running like this since early July. For those keeping track at home, that's months of recovery time. And now, we're seeing her move like the elite athlete we know her to be. But it gets better. She's not just running. She's shooting logo threes with that signature confidence we've missed so much. The mechanics look smooth, the release looks natural, and most importantly, she looks comfortable out there. Now, here's where it gets really interesting from a basketball insider perspective. In the footage, Clark is wearing the blue practice jersey, which traditionally indicates first-team status with the Fever. However, some reports suggest she might actually be running with the second unit initially, which would make perfect sense from a medical and coaching standpoint. Think about it. You don't throw someone back into starting lineup intensity immediately after a significant injury layoff. You gradually ramp up the competition level, get them comfortable with contact, and build their conditioning back to game speed. The timing of this footage is absolutely critical when you consider the current WNBA playoff picture. With the Seattle Storm's recent loss, the Indiana Fever are positioning themselves for that crucial 7th seed spot. The upcoming game against the Chicago Sky represents the perfect opportunity for Clark's return. It's what we call a low-impact game, a chance to get her feet wet against a team that, let's be honest, hasn't exactly been setting the league on fire this season. Based on what we're seeing in this footage and analyzing the Fever's remaining schedule, here's my prediction. Caitlin Clark makes her return this week, possibly as soon as Friday's game against Chicago. Why Friday? It's strategically perfect. It gives her a full week of practice integration, it's against a manageable opponent, and it provides crucial game experience before any potential playoff matchups. Type Friday if you too think she's coming back against Chicago this week. Let's be real about something. The Indiana Fever don't stand a chance in the playoffs without Caitlin Clark. That's not disrespect to the other players on the roster. It's just the reality of how this team is constructed and what Clark brings to the table. One thing that's been frustrating throughout this entire process is how secretive the Fever organization has been with injury updates and timelines. While I understand the strategic value of keeping opponents guessing, the lack of transparency has created unnecessary anxiety among fans. This footage leak, whether intentional or not, provides the clarity that official statements have been lacking. Sometimes seeing is believing, and what we're seeing suggests Clark is much further along in her recovery than public statements have indicated. This footage represents more than just a player returning from injury. It's about the trajectory of women's basketball and the continued elevation of the sport. Caitlin Clark's presence in the lineup doesn't just impact the Fever's win-loss record, it impacts viewership, attendance, and the overall attention the league receives. Her return couldn't come at a more crucial time, with playoff races tightening and every game carrying increased significance. The basketball world has been waiting for this moment, And based on what we're seeing, that wait is almost over. So there you have it, folks. The footage that changes everything. Caitlin Clark is back, she's healthy, and she's ready to remind everyone why she's one of the most electrifying players in basketball. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, because when CC makes her official return announcement, you know I'll be the first to break it down for you. Drop your predictions in the comments. When do you think we'll see Caitlin Clark back in a Fever uniform? Friday against Chicago? The following game? Let me know what you think. Until next time, keep watching, keep believing, and get ready for the return of greatness. Caitlin Clark is coming back, and the WNBA is about to get a whole lot more exciting.